Hello. Well, it's been a real joy this afternoon of enjoying meeting up with some old friends that we met through Friendship Club, particularly James Carter and now his wife Heidi. And so I'm going to introduce you to them as we've known James over many years, and we've known him as a really keen Christian because he always likes to choose the carols and the songs we sing. And just recently we've got to know Heidi. So welcome, Heidi. We'll hear a little bit about you and your life and how you met first. And just tell us a little bit about your life and how you got to know each other to start with.
So basically, we are enjoying married life. We are, when we first met, it was love at first sight.
Ooh.
And so I know Heidi's mum's cousin who goes to my parents' church back in Weymouth, Matthew and Karen. So Karen told me a little bit about Heidi.
And I gather you were one of the first couple that got married when we came out of lockdown last year.
It was the first day at Balsa Lab weddings.
Yeah, so it's a very special occasion. And how many people were you allowed to have at your wedding?
We had to cut it down, didn't we?
Yeah, we had to cut down.
And if you look it up on YouTube, I see there is how many?
38,000 people watched.
38,000. That's not bad. You could have had all them at your wedding. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? Anyway.
And if you go into my church's YouTube website, and if you could put in the most popular, our wedding is the first one.
But I know since you've been married, you moved back to Coventry or moved to Coventry.
Well, at the moment, I'm not used to Coventry yet. But I'm getting there. I've got a few jobs in Coventry to keep me busy. I work in a cafe, and in a church.
Oh right.
In a church, in a Baptist church.
Right.
And they're all Christians, and we share our own beliefs with them. Get to know them, and when I got the job, I was so pleased. And they love singing carols, worshipping Jesus. That's the main thing. But I'm a waiter there, and I take orders. I charm the customers, and I wipe the tables down, bring their food to them.
Brilliant. Yeah. Thank you. And Heidi, now we know a little bit about you. I gather, where are you working at the moment?
Well, I used to work in the hair salon, but because of COVID, I was made redundant.
Uh-oh.
But there's always hope at the end of the tunnel. My little sister has gone into work for Grapevine, which is an advocating charity for people with disabilities.
Oh, right.
Her job is to get me a job.
Yeah.
So she found me a job in Leamington Spa in Coventry.
And I gather you've been, in the last couple of years, you've been quite famous on the TV because you've been sort of fighting the corner for people with Down syndrome, haven't you?
So
Can you tell us a bit about that?
So I've been doing a court case. It started in February 2020 when I found out that a baby with Down syndrome can be aborted to birth, but a baby without Down syndrome can be aborted within 24 weeks, which is downward discrimination in the womb.
Yeah.
And then we had the court hearing on the 6th of July, but then we went back on the 23rd and found that we lost. So at the moment, we have them to appeal their decision. They said no. So we're going to the Court of Appeal.
But I think the main thing that we can see is that you brought an awareness of the people with the Down syndrome and to see a value in their lives. And I think that's incredible, just making a stand and saying, look, these people have got an awful lot to offer community and the church.
I agree.
I think we've benefited so much from the church, not from yourselves, but other people with learning disability, just showing what it's like to worship God freely and openly without too much, getting your head confused with it, or like I do.
Can I just say that I've been going to my church since I was born?
Yeah.
and I received great treatment from them.
Yeah.
They just love me no matter what.
And you've both been baptised, I gather?
Yeah,
Yes.
I got baptised back in my hometown Weymouth. That was when I was 20, and it was awful weather. I had to be baptised in the cold sea.
Oh. But it's quite a memorable event for you. Obviously in cold sea
Yeah.
it would be, but it's a special occasion for you both. And that's lovely that you wanted to make a public commitment like that.
I wanted to commit to church really because we're true Christians, aren't we, Heidi? And we absolutely love God and Jesus and what they do in our lives. And it's really important for Jesus because he's the important part, isn't he? Yeah. He came into this world to save us and died for us on the cross. And we all worship him over Christmas because it's his I think it's birth, about birth, Jesus' birth, and me and Heidi
we absolutely love carols.
Yeah, we absolutely love carols because that's talking about Jesus, how he became a child, how he became a saviour, and that's really important to us.
And my favourite, our favourite carol is Hark the Herald Angels Sing.
Lovely.
Because we love Charles Wesley.
I think we should round off the interview with that Hark the Herald Angels Sing, which we've sung this afternoon.
Yes.
And it's been lovely to meet you.
I think Christmas is very important to us.
Yes,
How Jesus came.
That's lovely.
We also love spending time with the family.
Thank you.
Can I just say one more thing?
Of course.
Peter, I know how important it is for your son Matthew. You know he's got autism / Down syndrome. That's why we are fighting for Heidi's campaign. And I know Heidi's got this campaign, but we've got another bill we're doing. We're doing a Down syndrome bill, which is for better healthcare, and I want Matthew to have that.
So basically it's about better healthcare, it's about better education and better speech therapy.
Yeah.
Because at the moment he had to fight to get it.
That's lovely. It's lovely to know that you're fighting the corner for us, because I know it's been it has been a battle for us over 2 years.
Have you met your son?
Matthew's downstairs at the moment.
I want to meet him.
Yeah, you'll come and meet him.
Yeah.
Anyway, meanwhile, we'd just like to thank you for spending your time explaining what you've been up to, a bit about your life. It's been lovely to have a chat with you, and thanks for joining us.
It's okay. Yeah. And Merry Christmas to all who's online. And a Happy New Year. Enjoy singing the carols.